audit function lose credibility? Not because they lack knowledge, not because they lack certifications, but because of one mistake, one careless report, one emotional outburst, one compromised decision. Credibility in internal audit takes years to build and seconds to destroy. Years ago, Richard Chambers, former president and CEO of the Institute of Internal Auditors, shared something that hits hard even today. He called them the seven deadly sins of internal audit. Let us look at them. Internal audit is not a job you master in a year. It is a journey. You grow, you make mistakes, you refine your judgment. Excellence in audit comes from three things: people, process, technology. We all know about this. Even with all these three in place, one ethical failure can undo everything. So, what are these seven deadly sins as created by Richard Chambers? Let us have a look. Your report is your signature. When it goes out, it carries your name, your department's name, your credibility. If the numbers are wrong, if the facts are not verified, if you didn't align with the auditee properly, you just didn't publish a mistake, you weaken the trust itself. And trust, is one of the hardest thing to rebuild. So publishing a wrong report is the first deadly sin. The second deadly sin is submitting incomplete or false work papers. Work papers are everything. They are the evidence behind all your conclusions. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying, this is what people are going to read and depend on. If they are weak, if they are incomplete, and if they stand to be reviewed and then they're not accepted, that means your audit cannot be accepted as well. Imagine if somebody else is doing the same audit tomorrow, would they reach the same conclusion? This is what audit work papers should reflect. If not, that is your second deadly sin. The third deadly sin is where audits get uncomfortable. People feel exposed, defensive, and cornered. Yeah, auditors are also human at the end of the day. Disagreements will happen. You will agree to disagree and disagree to agree. But when you lose your temper, you lose the control over the conversation. A calm auditor commands respect. An emotional auditor, on the other hand, loses it. People may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you behaved. Professionalism is really tested under such pressure, and losing your temper with your client is definitely a huge sin. Let's look at number four: auditing with an agenda. This one is dangerous. Friendships are really good, but not with an auditor. If you're protecting someone just because you know them, or if you find as make a finding and then you are just softening that finding to avoid discomfort with your auditee or your client, or if you highlight something minor to hide something major, there goes your independence. And independence, as you know, is the oxygen of internal audit. Number five is betraying a bond of confidentiality. Internal auditors handle sensitive information throughout the year: strategy, fraud, weakness, vulnerabilities. Everything happens and everything is known to the auditor. But what if you are having a casual conversation and you start passing loose comments? Office gossip, coffee shop talk. The moment you break in confidentiality, even once, your reputation shifts. Trust is very slow to build, but very fast to lose as well. Violating company policies. Auditors are the custodians of policies. They watch, but they're also watched. If you bend rules, if you exaggerate expense claims, if you bypass policies, you lose moral authority. And when fraud is discovered, guess who people look at first? The auditor, of course. Hold yourself to a high standard, not because somebody is watching, but because you are for yourself. Last is one of the biggest ones as well, issuing internal audit reports that are petty or don't add value. Even though this sounds silly, audit is not about fault finding, it's not about improvement. So there will be improvements, but what if your report is focusing on trivial issues? If you just report same as last year or Sally, without thinking, if you just add noise instead of clarity, who is going to listen to you? Certainly not management. And if not management is not listening to you, your audit becomes irrelevant. Think and ask yourself, does this report make the business any better? If not, why are we writing it? So there you go. These are the 7 deadly sins of internal audit: publishing an erroneous report, submitting incomplete or false work papers, losing your temper with a client, auditing with an agenda, betraying a bond of confidentiality, violating company policies, and lastly, issuing internal audit reports that are petty or don't add value. To summarize, be honest, professional, follow rules, and make your reports helpful to the management. Maintain ethical conduct and professionalism. Continuous learning and improvement in auditing is paramount. Spoke and shared years ago still echoes today, because internal audit is not just about controls, it's about integrity. And if you are an internal auditor and are studying to become one or leading an audit function, carry these with you. They just don't make you a better auditor, they make you a stronger professional and a better human being. If this spoke to you and you felt it with you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone, not only just in the audit department, but even around the world, who you are close with, who needs this reminder the most. My name is Chidambaram, and I am an audit beacon, a prestigious award given by Richard Chambers himself for the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025. I'm really proud to present this to you. Follow me on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you.